Hey loves, welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm so excited to announce that Ugly Duckling has launched their crystals. These are called Clear as Mud, and they launched with a bunch of different shapes and a few different colors, and the quality of these are incredible. They were so kind to send some over to me so I could do a little video showing them off, and in this video I do a little tutorial using some staple Ugly Duckling products. So if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this design, then just keep watching. Bye! So starting off, I wanted to show you the items that I have pulled out that I am planning on using in today's video. I have 3 of the new color gels in their pots. I've got a white, a purple, and this gorgeous pink. This is actually one of my favorite shades they launched in these new gel pots. And then of course some brushes, their new Bling that I'm so excited to show you guys up close and personal. And then of course their Stick It. Now I wanted to quickly show you guys, I've actually seen so many comments about why their Stick It comes like this and what they can do. So if you weren't already aware, during transportation in colder months, Stick It can actually harden. And I'm going to show you, this is a brand new jar and I just want to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, it's pretty thick. Now you can absolutely use it like this. I personally have, but it is easier if you warm it up. So my favorite way of warming it up, I actually just run it under hot water in the sink for like 5 minutes. That's all I do. And then I take my little paddle brush. That's the wrong side. I take the paddle brush and I just keep mixing it around, and that heat just keeps warming it up. So I'm gonna go do that right now, and I'll come back with this same exact jar and you'll see how different it is. So once again, just close it up nice and tight and then run it under hot water for about 5 minutes, and that should do it and make it all nice and liquidy. So I will be right back. So this is what it looks like after I'm done running it under the hot water. So as you can see, it is a lot more liquidy. Hopefully you can tell. And I actually only ran it under the hot water for 3 minutes. So the longer you run it under, I'm sure the more liquidy it will become. But this consistency is good enough for me. So that's what it looks like. And now I'm gonna move on to the Bling and show you guys this gorgeous, gorgeous Bling that they came out with. So I wanted to leave a few in the package so you can actually see how gorgeous this packaging is. So we've got the logo, and we've got, they're called Clear as Mud crystals. And how cute is this heart? Like, Ugly Duckling always has the top-notch packaging. I love everything they come out with. So this is what their standard crystals come in. It's like a little bit bigger. And then their shaped diamonds come in a little bit of a smaller package. Equally as beautiful. And it has like this cool little cutout, as you can see. So these 2 are pointed back Bling, so you can see how big they are. The girls that love their Bling are going to love these crystals. They are such high shine, absolutely so much dimension to them. They're just so gorgeous to look at. So I have a couple different, oh, that's not the right one. There it is. I have a couple different shapes I'm gonna pull out and actually show you them up close. And I've actually used these on a client and she loves them. Like, they are so shiny, so much dimension in them. Look how beautiful they are. Like, this is high quality. I know so many nail techs were really worried when Swarovski announced that they were shutting down making diamonds. But ladies, gentlemen, don't fear. Ugly Duckling is here to save us with these gorgeous crystals they have came out with. Under the light, like when I'm looking straight at it, it's like blinding. The lights are reflecting off into my eyes and I'm obsessed. I want every single shape they have. If you guys go on their direct website, they have so many different shapes from flat backs to pointed backs. I'm really happy they did that to give nail techs a variety to start off with. They don't have a ton of colors right now. I know they for sure have the crystals, which are these ones. I will show you them. And they have the ABs. And I believe they came out with some opals, which are like the white ones. Those are my favorite. And I believe they have like a pink opal. I'm not sure if they have anything else, but I know they are working on coming out with more and more colors. This was just kind of their first launch that they did. So I'm just trying to flip them over here as best as I can. Apparently I'm just making them fly everywhere. Do you see the dimension in them? Like, you guys, these are such high quality crystals. They are beautiful. And my client has had them on her nails for 3 weeks now, and they are still holding up beautifully. Love. They are so, so gorgeous. And these are just the standard crystal ABs. And now or not the ABs, these are just the standard crystals. Now I'll show you the ABs. Where was that bag? Right here. I also like these packaging that they come in. I like to sort my bling in containers, but this like little packaging is really like handy to have. All right. So now I'm going to show you the ABs. Do you see all that dimension? They're so eye-catching, absolutely beautiful. I don't think we have anything to worry about for future for bling in this world, because Ugly Duckling is here to save us. So those are the ABs, absolutely gorgeous, really high quality. And so far, I haven't noticed any of them chip on the back, no scratching so far. They are just beautiful. Okay, so then last, I'm going to show you these ones. So I thought this shape is so cool. I've never had anything like this. And it just looks so neat. I love it. Now these are a slight pointed back, but not entirely. Hopefully you can kind of see that. They have a slight point to them, but you can lay them flat on one edge here. And then if you're worried about it catching on anything on the other side, just fill it up with a little bit more stick it, or stick some more diamonds in there in between, and they will look pretty flat on the nail. But I just think these look so cool. I really, really want to get more of these ones. All right, that's it for those. Okay, and then we're going to show you these guys. So they just come with one staple, easy to separate. Oh my God, how gorgeous are these? So these are full pointed back. Look at that shine. It is so beautiful. Like this could be somebody's wedding ring. They are just stunning. Look at all the dimension to them. So these ones are the ABs, the crystal ABs. And they do offer these in just the standard crystal, and I believe the opal, and I think they actually have pink opal as well, which I want to get my hands on those too. So that is what they look like. And lastly, I will show you the other pointed backs that are in the crystals. So these ones are a square, which are super fun to connect together when you're doing a cluster. I'm just trying to do it on my hand here. See how cute that is? If you're doing a little cluster and then you fill around the side with like little diamonds, something like this. You just fill it all around. Love. So once again, these are pointed back. These are square, and these are the standard crystals. I love them. They're so pretty. All right, so that is it for all of the crystals that I received. So now I'm gonna jump into a little tutorial showing you guys how these crystals actually apply. Okay, so to apply the color gels, I'm using Ugly Duckling's gel brush. It is a flat, rounded brush, one of the best out there. I like to use this for applying clear gel to the nails to build up, or to just simply apply color. So first off, I'm gonna do a cluster on the ring finger. So I'm just gonna make this whole nail pink. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm just taking small amounts of the gel at a time because these colors are super, super pigmented, and you can get one coat coverage if applied nicely and evenly. All right, that's that gorgeous pink. It's kind of like a dusty, rosy kind of pink. It's absolutely stunning. So now I'm just gonna wipe off my brush, and we're gonna move into the purple. And I think, what do I wanna do? I think I'll make the pinky purple. And I have yet to cure the pink at all. These do self-level, but they're not super runny at the same time. So you can take your time applying the colors. And for that reason, you can also draw with these. If you love to draw characters or anything like that, these, whoops. These are really good for that as well. I'm just gonna fix up this pink. Okay, and on this nail, I'm going to be doing a design. So I'm going to make the base of it white. So I just went off camera to finish up the pointer, and then I cured these for 60 seconds in an LED light. And now to do the design on the middle finger, I'm just gonna take my striper brush from Ugly Duckling. It looks like that. Hopefully you can see. This is called their student brushes, so they're not as fancy as these ones that are in like the nicer packaging with the crystals. But personally, I like these student ones because I ruin my brushes so quickly. It's nice just to have these. They're less expensive just because you're not paying for the packaging. So I really, really like these. Highly recommend these ones. So what I'm gonna do If you have a ombre brush, this look might be a lot easier to do, but I don't have the Ugly Duckling ombre brush, so we're gonna make do with this one. So this is going to be a little tedious, but we're gonna do some stripes up and down. And these do not need to be perfect, okay? I'm just going to wipe my brush off and move into the pink. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the white. Okay, so now comes the fun part where you can just start mixing these together. And you want to keep going up and down. I'm just going to keep wiping off my brush every few stripes. That way not too much gets on it. And you can just keep doing this till you're happy with the look. So like I mentioned, if you have a ombre brush, this might be a little easier and quicker to do. On a real client, just be careful not to get it all over her cuticle area. There we go. So now I'm going to cure this and then come back and we're going to do the bling cluster. Okay, so to apply the bling, I'm going to be using the Ugly Duckling Bling It tool. This is my favorite blinger tool out of any brand. So it looks like this. I have the silver one here. They used to have a purple and I loved my purple one, but I retired it because I really wore it out. So now I just have the standard silver and it has a little bit of bling in the center. And this is a brand new tip. So when you get a new one, this is what it looks like. I've got my stick it here. I put a little bit of the bling in these containers. I have wiped these off so there is no sticky residue. And I'm just going to separate the fingers so I can just focus on this ring finger. So what I like to do is just flip and use the dotting tool side to apply the stick-it, and then I flip it around and use this to pick up the diamonds. I'm sure you all do that, but for maybe beginners. And when you're doing the big clunky clusters like this, make sure you apply a fair amount of the stick-it. When you're just using your flat backs, you don't need much of it. This will hold those on like till you want them to come off. But for the big clusters, so that you don't get your hair caught or anything like that, you want to put a fair amount down. So I actually like to go in with clusters first and then work my way around it, filling it in with smaller bling. So I want to do a little, look at that giant thing. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, I'm just going to fill a couple in there. And then I'm going to give this a freeze cure. So that means I'm just going to cure it for about 10-15 seconds. just because these are sliding around a little too much. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty on there. It did shift a little bit when I tried to put it in the light, but that's okay. If it was on a real client, she could have easily slid her hand in there a lot quicker. But I am just gonna fill in these spots around it. And if you have smaller clusters like pointed back bling, I like to personally use smaller ones to fill right around it. That way I get into every nook and cranny. That's my favorite, but I don't have any smaller pointed back bling from Ugly Duckling right now. Shine in the light, isn't that gorgeous? Comment below, are you a big bling person, or do you like more simple and bling is not your style? Me, I could use bling on every single nail and be content. There we go. That is the ultimate cluster bling nail. Now, if this was on a real client, I would have taken my time to try and make sure I'm up close to the cuticle so there's no gap there. But this is just a fake hand, and she isn't going to be shown off to the world, so I love it nonetheless. So I'm going to give this a quick cure, and then I think I'm going to add just a couple right here, and then we will be done with this design. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So I'm going to give this a freeze cure, and then we're going to apply the matte coat. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to do the matte coat. This is a really good matte coat, and I wanted to give a couple tips. I've seen people ask questions about this in group chats, and I thought I'd bring it up. So before you apply the matte coat, give it a really good shake for about 15 seconds. Just shake it up as much as you can, because sometimes the pigments of the matte coat, or however the formulation works, it settles to the bottom, and then you don't get a full crisp matte at the end. So give it a really good shake, and then you'll have a really nice matte finish. Another tip is after you take the light, or after you take the hand out of the light, then leave it for about 30 seconds before you wipe off the dispersion layer. So the reason that is, after you take it out of the light, it's almost like it's finishing up curing. I know that sounds weird, but any top coat that you have, whether it's a shiny top coat or a matte top coat that needs to be wiped off, just make sure you leave it out of the light for about 20 to 30 seconds before you wipe it. And you will be really surprised. It will be a lot shinier or a lot matter and it'll last a lot longer. So I have heard that tip from Rob from Creata Beauty, and I tested it, and sure enough, it does work. So just a little tip I'm passing on to all the rest of you. And make sure, whether it's a shiny coat or a matte coat, never, ever, ever go over top of your bling. What it does is it actually dulls out all of the dimension from your bling. And if you're curious how to get around all the little clusters and stuff, just take a old striping brush. Don't use a new one because then you'll wreck it eventually. So I'm just going to use this detailer number 2. It's an old one that I've had for years. And I'm just taking a little dollop and getting right around the back here. Okay, so now I'm going to put this into the light for 60 seconds. And then once again, I'm going to leave it out of the light for about 30 seconds before I wipe the nails off. All right, here is the finished look. What do you guys think? First off, this color combo is just so nice together, and these crystals are absolutely stunning. Like I mentioned, I don't think any of us nail techs have anything to worry about, and I am so excited to see what Ugly Duckling launches next. They're always being so innovative and coming out with the best items at the right time. So thank you again, Ugly Duckling, for sending over these crystals so I could do a video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.